The Dyatlov Pass Incident. What happened on Dead Mountain? What you are about to hear is not a legend, not a myth, but a real incident buried under snow, silence, and unanswered questions. In 1959, 9 people walked into the frozen mountains of Russia. None of them came back alive. And the most terrifying part? They ran, barefoot, into the dark. In late January 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers began a journey across the northern Ural Mountains. They were young, intelligent, and highly trained in surviving extreme winter conditions. Leading the group was a 23-year-old student named Igor Dyatlov. Their destination was Mount Otorten, but they never reached it. When the group failed to return on schedule, search teams were sent into the mountains. For weeks, there was nothing, only endless snow and silence. Then, on February 26th, the first discovery was made. Their campsite. What investigators saw immediately raised fear. The tent was still standing, but it was empty. And then came the detail that still chills investigators today. The tent had been cut open from the inside, not unzipped, not damaged by weather, cut, as if something inside forced them to escape immediately. Inside the tent were their boots, jackets, food, and supplies, everything they would need to survive. Minus 30-degree temperatures. Yet the hikers had left without them. Footprints led away from the tent, down the mountain, toward a forest. Some footprints were made by people wearing only socks. Some were barefoot. Why would trained hikers leave safety, undressed, in a deadly blizzard? As searchers followed the trail, they reached the forest. There, under a tall cedar tree, they found the first 2 bodies. They were nearly naked. Their skin was dark and burned. Their hands showed signs of broken fingers, as if they had climbed the tree in panic. Nearby, a small fire had been lit, a desperate attempt to stay alive. Further into the snow, 3 more bodies were discovered between the forest and the tent. They appeared to be trying to return. They never made it. Months later, when the snow melted, the remaining 4 bodies were found in a ravine. Their injuries were beyond explanation. One had a crushed skull. Another had ribs shattered inward. Doctors compared the damage to injuries caused by a car crash. But here is the horror. There were no external wounds. One woman was found missing her tongue, her eyes, and parts of her face. And then came another disturbing detail. Some of the clothing showed dangerously high radiation levels. The Soviet investigation concluded the hikers died from exposure to a compelling natural force. The case was closed. No force was ever named. Over the years, theories flooded in. An avalanche? But why were the footprints calm and organized? A military experiment? But why no official records? Infrasound? A sound frequency that causes panic and hallucinations? Or something else? Local tribes spoke of forbidden land. Military reports mentioned strange lights in the sky that night. Experienced rescuers admitted they had never seen anything like it. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case and blamed an avalanche, but the mountain kept it secret. Today, the place is known as Dyatlov Pass. Locals call it something else, Dead Mountain. Whatever happened on that frozen night, it terrified 9 strong people enough to make them flee into death. And some mysteries refused to stay buried.